Hi everyone, day 20. I'm still in my little getaway, surrounded by nature. I am using my selfie stick, but I have to say that my arm is not really bothering me today, and really wasn't bothering me most of yesterday. That spot that's underneath here, you can see my roaring biceps. That spot underneath here has been much better, and flatteringly, my belly is skinny again too. So yeah, if you look at this, like, my waistline looks awesome. And I feel like I hadn't been giving my body the recognition that it deserves and the listening that it deserves. And that's what I want to focus on today. I talked yesterday about the letter that I wrote to my body and from my body to me, which was super powerful. And I meditated this morning for about a half an hour. And I was focusing on, yes, the view. Look at this view, for Pete's sake. It's going to rain later, but even so, it's just absolutely gorgeous here. If you haven't been to the Berkshires, spoiler, that's where I am. The Berkshires are a beautiful place to be. And the energy here, I feel like, I'm not a pot person at all, but I feel like they stream cannabis out of the clouds here or something. I don't know, there's some weird energy here. I think it used to be, there is a spiritual, historical energy where I am, but this isn't commercial. This is about you really getting in touch with your body. And that sounds like the most cliche of all meditations, listen to your body, listen to your body. I think we listen to our body. I think we hear the cracks and we hear, funny sounds, pops, or whatever that happen that are just, normal, or if they're not normal, we look into it. But how often do you actually close your eyes and truly think of yourself as being internal? Yesterday, I had made this, when I was guided to think of something going through my body, from my head, looking around, down to my shoulders, looking around the inside, not on the outside. And I'm like, what would do that? And when my son was 3, I think, or 4, he was in a very big Diego phase. You can Google all this if you want to, but I remember buying him for the holidays one year, this Diego submarine, and it goes in the bathtub. And that was the first thing I thought of, without Diego, but the style of what that submarine is. You could Google and take a look at what I mean. But that's what I picture. Maybe not orange and blue, but that's what I pictured. I'm in this little, sub-aqua machine floating around my body with a big glass, half dome, and looking to see what's going on and truly listening. Almost like you're going on an underwater adventure on the inside of your body, because your inside of your body is primarily blood flow, liquid, and then you come visit all these organs as you go through. You can listen to your body about how often do you think, what's on the inside of my body? How often do I try to visualize what my liver looks like, for example? And what is my liver thinking right now? We listen to our body, we listen to our hearts. We say that we, stick with your gut instinct. And we know what that means based on the phrase, but your gut is your stomach and all your intestinal stuff that's going on. And that says a lot about a person. I have never been so gastrointestinally healthy ever in my life than I have been in the past couple of years. And part of that is because I'm generally happy. I am happy, but part of that generally is that I'm happy. And part is nutritionally what I'm feeding inside to my body. But now it's taking it up another notch of what my body's looking like on the inside and what it wants. Right now it wants water. So I'm gonna, well, you know what? I'm gonna do this while I'm in here and actually practice, what I preach, and have some water. And it's not a matter of I'll get around to that. where I am right now it's not cheap to be here. But then I think the cost that I paid to be here for a couple days is pretty much the same amount of money as my deductible, my health insurance. And people take care of their bodies when their bodies tell them something. What if we could spend the money and focus on our bodies before something happens? And I don't think we do enough of that. And it's also not all about money. There are trees all over. Even if you're in the desert, there are different kinds of trees, but there's still trees. There's nature everywhere. You might have grass. You might have stone or rock. You can still sit on it and connect. If you put your feet flat on the ground right now, like no shoes, nothing, you're connected to the earth. And I feel like that connection is all one big flow of energy. And if I seem like, woo, today, maybe it's the air. I haven't had breakfast yet. But the main thing I want to focus on, like I said, is really not just listening to your body, but hearing your body, before it tells you something. Take a moment, even right now, just play along with me here. Take a moment and just close your eyes and picture yourself in some sort of, maybe it's just you walking around or swimming inside of your body. Maybe you're in some sort of vehicle that will get you around faster. And, start at the top of your head and take a peek around from the inside. And there is a little imagination involved. There is a bit of not knowing because we don't really know what the inside of our body looks like. Sometimes we have pictures of them that are shown to us, but we can't go inside of our body. The best thing we can do is listen and look, even though we're not physically looking. It's like the faith that you have in looking. And look at your brain, and think of how smart you are. All those little folds and creases, those are things you've learned over life. And I don't just mean book smart, I mean just in life. And then, move down and think about your shoulders and your hands and the blood flow down your arms, all of those things. Look how your body is working to be the vessel that's supporting you. And what primarily pops up is your head. What's supporting you and your thoughts? It's this body that you were given. And you only get one. Sometimes you can replace parts, like I am. But as a whole, it's one. So if you keep following that path down, you'll see your heart. And that's easy to know whether it's happy or not. You can put your fingers on your wrist or on your neck and get your pulse points. See how your pulse is doing. That gives you a more clearer picture that, yes, my heart's in there and here's what it's doing. And then your lungs. And you can take a deep breath in. Stick your belly out, deep breath in. And then deep breath out. And just release it all. And for me, and for men too, take a look at the inside of your chest. What's going on there? Are you curious to see what's actually happening inside? Have that curiosity. And then stop and look. And if you're not sure what's going on, stop and listen. And hear what your body's saying to you. And if you don't know, that's okay. It's a practice. It doesn't happen overnight. It'll come back another day, maybe two. And you can even ask yourself questions out loud or to yourself. What are you thinking? What's going on with your body? What's going on with you, heart? What do you have to tell me? And build that connection with the inside of you. And sense any pain that you might have, anything that feels a little bit off, if your hips feel funny, whatever. Just sit with it for a minute and listen and hear what your hips or your butt or whatever other parts down there are trying to talk to you. Move down to your legs. Be grateful that they're there to support you in so many ways. And down to your toes. And if you're outside, the greatest connection that connects you really to all of us as a world is taking those toes and your feet and putting them right on the grass, right on the floor, right on the stone, right on the asphalt, whatever's around you. Just connect. Just connect. And it makes you feel that you're not alone. Because everyone else that's listening to this right now is doing the same thing. And we are all connected. So that's where I want you to be today, is think about that. Connecting to the inside. And when you do that, you notice that there's an ease. There's a connection with you and your body. And there's an ease to being one with your body. Not just the outside, not just, getting ripped and getting big muscles and what can everyone else see. It's on the inside. Every part of the inside. Even your gallbladder. And you may not know what that looks like. I don't know what a gallbladder looks like. There's almost a spiritual aspect to that, and I don't mean to get all God and whatever. But if you think about it, people say that, especially scientifically, you can't see God. You can't see angels, people say, or Jesus, or whomever. But you also can't see the inside of your liver. I mean, again, sometimes you can with imaging, but think of all the body parts that you have and how many parts you can't see. And our brains are like, oh, I want to know all of this stuff, because our brains just want to take over. And you think about it, your brain is up here. And while it's as advanced as it is and how it functions, size-wise, your brain is here. Think proportionately of your brain versus the rest of your body. Like, how many parts make your body function? And then here's your brain. And people focus on, I want to learn more, which is great, I have a master's degree, okay? Doesn't make me better than anybody. I do. And ironically, what my master's degree is in is not even what I'm using for my job right now. Well, sort of, kind of, but not directly. But you focus so much on your brain and learning things so that you can make a lot of money and maybe come to some place like this. But it's not about that. I truly believe wholeheartedly that money buys convenience, not happiness. You can find happy in all sorts of ways. So focus on the ease. Right now there's a bumblebee right by my selfie stick, and I'm just at ease. It's not going to bite me. It's good. It's just part of nature. And I believe that if you focus on that ease, the dis-ease tends to be more at bay. How much do we focus on disease versus how much do we focus on having our bodies become at ease? So as the birds are chirping and signing me off and the wind is kicking up, I will leave you there. And I am going to be doing my 4-minute meditation, so just do that. Sit, look inside, see what's going on, and give your body that time and energy. Not even energy, give your body that time and that love and that reflection. And listen and hear what your body is saying to you. That's what I'm going to leave you with. And then actually, here's the pretty view. So go out there and have a wonderful day today. And be happy, be healthy, and be at peace. And allow your body, inside and out, to be healthy, happy, and at peace. Bye, everyone.